All right, it's the long-awaited video of me reading a preface to a book that not a lot of people are going to care about, but I promised I'd do it. I'm going to send this book to Mom's. I made the cover because I lost the cover, so I was like, man, I got to make a dust jacket and stuff, you know, like a little illustration. Anyway, covered it like back when we were in school. It's a little loose though. Anyway. Remember, we got home on the first day of school when our moms had to cover our books with the brown paper bags, and then we decorated them all year and whatever. All right. This book is called Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. It was written by an author, Philip Yancey, but it's kind of, I'll read the preface, I'll explain it. Dr. Paul Brand was a hand surgeon, and I don't know, had all kind of experience with the human body, but anyway, it's his parallel. He parallels the human body and the parts of it down to the cells and down to their action to the body of Christ, the members of the church. It is just a very interesting thought thing to think about, because this is right up Mom's alley, the way that she is into language and looking at the different, I don't know how to explain it. I'll let her do it when she gets the book. See, this is her pressure to read us at least part of the book, even if it's one page or one chapter. All right, here's the preface. Except in this preface, the personal pronoun I will always refer to Dr. Paul Brand. The book is written from his perspective. Now I'm old, I gotta turn the light on. All right, that helps. Yet, unlike many books with co-authors, this was not written in an as-told-to style. I first met Dr. Brand while doing research for my book, Where is God When It Hurts? His medical credentials in the field of pain are unquestioned. Besides 18 years of brilliant pioneering research on the disease of leprosy in India, he has attained world stature as a hand surgeon and rehabilitation specialist. In honor of his contributions, he has received the prestigious Albert Lasker Award and has been made Commander of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth, which is kind of scary. But, oh, and it has a little asterisk there, and it says, the biography 10 Fingers for God narrates his life story. So that's about Dr. Paul Brand. Now we got to get that book. All right. I knew these facts about Dr. Brand before visiting him at the Leprosy Hospital in Carville, Louisiana, where he works and lives. But I did not know the degree to which his Christian faith has permeated his life and thought. As an avid scientist, bird watcher, mountain climber, and organic gardener, he has striven to integrate the natural order with the spiritual order. Now, this is where I'm going, okay, he's explaining it better than I ever could. It's for you, moms. Okay. During my second visit, Dr. Brand hesitantly pulled out a 90-page manuscript, part typewritten, part doctor scratchings, which contained some of his thoughts on the human body. He had developed the manuscript from talks given at the Christian Medical College in Vellore, India. In a sense, he said, we doctors are like employees at the complaint desk of a large department store. We tend to get a biased view of the quality of the product when we hear about its aches and pains all day. In this little manuscript, which I set aside long ago, I tried to pause and wonder at what God made. I took an old analogy from the New Testament and updated it with the expanded knowledge we've gained from modern science. Anyway, curiously, every medical discovery seems to make the analogy fit even better. Not one has weakened the original meanings the Apostle Paul set forth. Quote unquote. Pretty neat. The idea of a book on the body analogy attracted me because I, too, appreciate the harmony between natural and spiritual worlds. G.K. Chesterson's book, St. Francis of Assisi, proposes the intriguing theory that the Dark Ages resulted because paganism and mythologies had stained the natural order so deeply that Christians could not perceive nature as part of God's revelation. It was no good telling such people to have a natural religion full of stars and flowers. There was not a flower or even a star that had not been stained. They had to go into the desert where they could find no flowers or even into the cavern where they could see no stars. As a result, virtually all forms of art sank to a low level during this period of civilization. For the Christians, nature had been cleaved from supernature. I want to stop for a moment and say, the Illuminati and all the other, hidden folks out there, the hidden secret societies, with the symbolism, they've ruined the monarch butterfly. They've ruined, I think we need to stop allowing them to ruin hand gestures. They're like, oh, you're 666. Come on, man, our fingers touch. What are you gonna? Oh, well, can we just move away from that? Okay, let's move on. I like what this guy said about that. Today, a similar process is taking place. The created world has lost its sacredness. Christians have abandoned it, not to paganism, but to physics, geology, biology, and chemistry. We, too, have cleaved nature from the supernatural. I saw in Dr. Brand a man with impeccable credentials in his field of science, yet one who also could contribute a humble awareness of how nature echoes its creator. We worked out many of the specific applications together, and then I spent several months researching the medical backgrounds of each of the analogies. After long hours of interviewing, I also managed to penetrate Dr. Brand's modesty and British reserve to tap into his vast reservoir of dramatic personal experiences. Dr. Brand and I desire that this book will help span the chasm that for too long has separated the created world from its source. God invented matter. He invested his great creative self in this world, and specifically in the design of our bodies. The least we can do is be grateful. Hopefully, the book will also offer insight into the mysterious organic relationship that exists among the people of God. New Testament writers kept drifting back to a single metaphor to express this relationship: the body of Christ. In this first book together, we examined the body and its 4 parts. More may follow in a future volume. I don't know if he ever did that or not. I didn't look into it. Someone attempting to describe the color scarlet to a person born blind declared, "It's like the sound of a trumpet." In a sense, metaphorical symbols are the only way for us to grasp spiritual truths, which explains why the Bible uses them so lavishly. And symbols have a certain power, like I just said. As John V. Taylor says, no man is an island, has 50 times more voltage than no man is self-sufficient. In the field of religious publishing, dominated by books heavy on theological content or personal experience, we hope these analogies provide another mode of perceiving reality. It kind of reminds me of, not reminds me, but definitely, it's like the memes today. A lot of us are communicating with memes, and we're getting a whole lot across, like a paragraph worth in a meme. A lot of people hate them. I love them. If it ever bothers you that we explore the body analogy more fully than the Bible does, please close the book. We do not want to bend truth to fit an analogy. On the other hand, you may find, as we did, and me too, that the human body expresses spiritual reality so authentically that soon the common stuff of matter will appear more and more like a mere shadow. Philip Yancey. All right, that's the preface. Now, that all being said, it doesn't need to be said to moms, but I think a lot of people just seem to think if you like someone or agree with or like somebody's work, that you agree with every little single theological point they got. I mean, I know Moms is in the terrain theory camp. She's 100% there. I'm actually like 85% there and like 15% germ theory because of certain experiences I've had. And I'm along the mindset that possibly nothing was contagious until they made those types of things. But I don't know. This guy is clearly coming from the germ theory, I think. But it doesn't, it is incredibly interesting, the analogies that he makes and the parallels that he makes. And I just really enjoyed it. And I know Mom's is going to really, really dig it. Y'all's going to dig it. All right, I'm going to upload this when I get down to the library and get some Wi-Fi. And then this is going in the mail to our dear, dear moms against medical bullying and apartheid. And let the sun shine. All right, y'all. Peace out, YouTube.